Welcome back, everybody. It's Andy here from Bliss Cards. Hope you're having a wonderful week. So today we're going to be walking through all of the cards that I'm sending off to PSA for grading this month. If you're new to the channel, would love for you to consider subscribing. As you guys know, I'm trying to send cards off to PSA once a month at the top of the month so that I can get a consistent flow of cards coming back to fill out a variety of needs I have, from business things, but more importantly to my personal collection, my PSA set registry checklists, and just cards that I find very, very interesting. So today we're actually going to be looking at 3 orders that I'm placing, and I'm going to be shipping them all in the same box. One is a value bulk order of a ton of basketball and some other sports. A second one is higher end Caitlin Clark cards. And the third is a dual auto card that I'm sending of Georgia Amore that I've had for a very long time. And I'm really excited to finally get this slabbed up and sent into PSA. So without further ado, let's get over to the camera, check out some of these cards, and you guys can drop me a comment below. Let me know what you guys are thinking of these cards for the June 2025 PSA submission. All right, gang, so here we go. This is the June submission. You're going to notice there's a lot of WNBA cards. In a perfect world, I would have had these going out in early May because a lot of this is from 2024 Prism. And, of course, that product dropped now in the early winter, and I'm a little late getting some of these out. So as I work on this workflow, I suppose you could call it, and this consistency, you're not going to get cards back into your PC. The set registry is not going to update. Your collection's not going to update. And my store inventory is not going to update if I don't get them sent out. I'm actually about to head out of town here for a couple of weeks. So I thought this would be a really good thing to get sent in before, so I can sort of take advantage of that 2 or 3 weeks where I'm out of town and not doing anything with cards. These can be headed off to California, getting processed, and it'll make the time feel shorter when I get back. So the first couple cards we have here is a pair of Cam Brink WNBA logo cards. These are going to be tough not to hang on to. I've become kind of a fan of Cam Brink. She's very collectible right now. But in the end, as much hype as there is around Cam Brink, she's played very few WNBA games and has proven almost nothing so far in the WNBA. Not saying the potential's not there, but sort of in my gut, I know these are probably cards that I should sell when I get them back. We'll see if I have the power, I suppose, to do that after I see what the grades are. These were looking pretty good. This WNBA Prism stuff is a disaster when it comes to centering and condition. So I was really happy to get one of each of these. This is the true rookie here, and then the photo variation over there. So we'll see how we do on those. Next up, we've got the Caitlin Clark courtside level Caitlin Clark on the true rookie out of first year WNBA Select. And of course, this is the red ice, so it's a color match. I got a pretty good deal on this raw. It looks really nice. There was no way I was going to not send it in, but I do pre-grade all these cards quite often. So I go back through them a couple times. This one looked great. I think it has a strong chance at a 10. We'll see how it does. Next up, we got the Cam Brink Groovy. This insert is one of my all-time favorites. It's really, really fun, but this one is numbered out of 75. Shout out to my buddies at Up and Coming Cards for always hooking me up when they get cards like this in their collection. But yeah, this was a really cool pickup. Love the orange. The only thing that would make it better is if that was like purple or yellow up there, but this was a cool one as well. Also picked up a little bit of football recently. This is not an orange parallel. It's just the fast break, if I understand correctly, from this year's Prism with the Caleb Williams with the rookie badge. But with the orange, it makes it a color match, and I just thought this was too cool not to grab. This will definitely be going for sale in our store once it comes back. We got the back to Caitlin on the blue Velocity photo variation rookie. This is out of this year's Prism. It's her true rookie, but it is the photo variation card number 145. And this is blue Velocity, just a retail parallel. But again, the blue looks great. Centering is pretty good there. I'm a little worried about the top to bottom. So I'm putting this on record now that if this gets a 9, I won't be surprised. The top looks fat to me. But I did look up some PSA 10 photos. This is a little tip for you guys. If you're trying to decide, I looked up some PSA 10's photos, and the top bottom centering was not crazy good using eBay and things like that. So we'll see. Travis Kelce on the 2024 Prism on the red wave color match, numbered out of 149. I've been dabbling into football a little bit, and you guys know I'm the king of color matches. I love them. This is like the kind of card I would want to keep if I was a Travis Kelce collector. Travis is, of course, very popular. I did this with Justin Jefferson recently, got a purple. It looked incredible. It was very hard to let go of, but we're going to try that with this numbered Kelce out of 149. He was actually just here in Tennessee for a wedding recently with Taylor Swift, so that made the news. All right, next up, we've got this Caitlin Clark Fireworks card. These base inserts out of Prism this year are going for almost $200 in a PSA 10, which is quite surprising to me. I don't love this card, to be honest. I am a Caitlin collector, but I would rather have this in the silver. So this one will probably get moved if and when it does well. Well, either way, I suppose. But I looked at this pretty closely. I thought it was pretty clean. Speaking of which, we also have the Kaleidoscopic rookie card there. So that one's looking good. The left to right centering, sometimes I see this part right here can be a little fat on the sides. So just need to kind of check that out when you're looking at the Prism stuff. Jumping over to Select for a minute, I do have a Caitlin Select Silver. This is her concourse level, kind of her first pro rookie. These have dropped a ton in price. I got this in a PSA 9 already, but I'm hoping to get a 10, and then I'll sell off the 9. Then we also have her true rookie from Prism. This is just the base variation. I probably looked at 20 of these, and this is the only one I'm sending. The CC scuffs, as they're called in the community, are also very easy to see. They're often down there. They are. You can see them right by her foot. They're on the printing there, and they're on almost every card. But again, I went to eBay and saw tons and tons of copies that had some of those scuffs. Some are way worse than others, but just keep an eye out for those if you're grading 2024 Prism WNBA. This is out of Prism Draft Picks. Notice she's in her Iowa jersey here. And as you guys know, I love my silver runs. And this is her Prism Break Silver. Like that card a lot. Looks super clean, so that one should do well. And finally here, we also have a Caitlin Fractal. This one is the base, but the green makes it look a little bit nicer. I really like that. Sidebar, I'm just working on you can see my camera there, working on my setup here, trying to get you guys a better overhead shot. I'll have to work on the lighting to see if I can get that reflection to go away with the camera up top. But yeah, we're leveling up one step at a time. If you guys are new here, would love it if you consider hitting that subscribe button. We're on the road to 100 YouTube subscribers and beyond. So please give us a follow. Make my day. And most importantly, drop me a comment so we can talk cards. So yeah, so there's the Fractal out of Prism. Very cool. About halfway through the pile here. Check this one out, gang. JC Sheldon Blue Boardwalk Prism out of Parallel out of Prism Monopoly, numbered out of 15, first on the print. I fell face first into this at a card show recently. I got a guy who opens a lot of Monopoly and gave me a great deal on this stuff. So I thought this one, this needs to go to a JC collector. If you're a JC Sheldon collector or you know one, drop me a comment below. This thing's going to come back. It looks clean as all get out. Like, just super well centered, super clean surface. I'll be shocked if this doesn't get a 10. And that needs to go to a JC collector. It's a color match numbered out of 15 on the true rookie. Now we get into my favorite. I can't afford these often, but these gold cards are the best. Sarah Strong True Gold First Bowman, numbered out of 50 there. Got a great deal on this. Going to send that in. That's a little bit of a sit and wait card until the NCAA market heats up again. Also got this Kate Martin True Gold. Intended to keep this. We'll see how I feel when it gets back. But having a True Gold color match in the Iowa uniform with Caitlin's running mate, I would love to keep this card in my PC. We're just going to have to see how we do on the submission, cover all my costs, and then, you know, you can only choose so many to keep, and then I'll sell off the rest, and then we rinse and repeat. So right now the plan is to keep this. We'll see how we do. It's a little off center top to bottom there. Not too bad, but left to right looked great. All right, a couple more. We got a pair of Angel Reese on the WNBA logo prisms. These have gotten fairly affordable, but both of these look better on the centering. So just wanted to go ahead and send those in. The top to bottom is still not great, though. You can see the bottom's a little off center. It's a little thin, in my opinion, on both of these, but not as bad as some of the others. We'll see how we do on those. We also have Cam Brink on the Orange Shimmer First Bowman, numbered out of 25 here. You can check that out. Card 14 out of 25. Really nice Cam Brink. That's a really great card. I'm hoping to have a nice little gain there after we get that graded, and then we'll see what we're doing. Again, it's super tempting to jump on the bandwagon, but if I'm being smart, I would sell all my Cam Brink, I think, so that I could actually make an impact in Caitlin's collection. Maybe we'll talk about that more later. So boundless potential here on the Yukon Orange out of 25 for Sarah Strong. Again, kind of buying her right now. We're in what I would consider as a dip in the market. I've been buying her out of 25s, out of 50s for what I think is way too cheap, but she was on fire during the tournament, and there was a ton of buzz around her about 6 weeks ago. So I'm thinking it's June. Say I get these back in like September or October. By then, as we get into the fall, we're not far away. I'll probably have to sit on these for a couple of months, and then hopefully we'll be ready to go. So now would be the time to get that and send it in. Michael Penix Jr. just had somebody want to buy a PSA 8 from me at a trade night and decided to trade for this. Looks super clean. Again, I don't think this is a color parallel. It's just the laser, but it's his rookie. Figured we'll send this in and see how it does. Speaking of Sarah, sorry, these are in kind of a strange order. Warriors of the Paint. This is one of the Bowman U Chrome inserts, but this is the blue color match to the Yukon jersey, and you can see actually up top there, that one's numbered out of 150. So we'll be sending that Sarah in as well. Then I'm trying my hand at some baseball as well, trying to expand a little bit, as you guys can see on this submission, a little more variety than normal. We got Shohei on the Rookie Stadium Club with the badge there. This thing does like $200 and a 10, and I think I got it for like $20. So really nice there. The home field advantage, I think, is a sneaky pick. It's kind of the parallel to the downtowns for tops. And just Juan Soto, can't go wrong. So I actually grabbed two of these. They have a little bit of like edge frame that I didn't think was too bad, but if you look closely, like up there, there's just like a little something that I didn't love. I always like trust my gut when I'm trying to decide what to do, but these look really nice. The Juan Soto home field advantage pairing, those will be going into the shop when they come back for sure. These, however, will not. I got this at quite a while ago, actually, now at a show. One of the vendors had these Griffey refractors, which you guys know I'm a big Griffey collector, and I did not get a lot of refractors when I was a kid. So he had this nice pair of refractors, gave me a really good price on them, and helped me get the label off. Drop me a comment below. Are you a refractor label on person or label off person? Let me know down below which one you think is the way to go. I know some purists like to have them slabbed in both variations. So, really love these Griffies. Very excited to add them to the PC. And then we've got some Steph. You guys know I'm working on some silver runs. That includes the hollows of the optic splashes. I want to get, boy, that photo looks almost identical. I wonder if it is. Sometimes we know Panini can be a little lazy. But, is that the same photo? Boy, it sure does look close. But optic splash on the hollows here. Trying to get a PSA 10 run of all the Steph silver hollows and then also the LeBron purples. And then my main collection is the Steph Curry Prism silvers from every year. And some of these like 2020, 2021s are kind of sneaky. This is the 22. And there's like a super low pop of like 21 and 22. They're really, really low. So I'm trying to send this in because it ends up being like $100 or $150 card. I haven't checked in a while. Don't quote me on that. Definitely $100. and I don't really want to pay that. I don't think I need to pay that when I could pick this up for $5 or $10 and then grade it for 20. The problem, of course, is you have to wait when that happens. So we will we'll see what happens. And then finally, we've got this Cam Brink Kaleidoscopic Blue, numbered out of 199. Gorgeous card. These are so cool. I've got a Kelsey Plum coming in too. A lot of these are for like shows that I do over on Whatnot. Do a lot of WNBA over there, but really excited about this one. Look at that though, gang. The kaleidoscopic design is already cool. And then it's got, man, that shimmer is very cool. It's numbered out of 199. Really, really great card. Okay, so that's going to do it for my large submission. I do have just a couple other cards to show you guys today, but drop me a comment below. What do you think of these? Should I sell Cam Brink in 5 years, or am I going to be sorry that I'm sitting on any of those cards? And what I was getting at is, you know, in the hobby, a lot of times as collectors, we have to make choices. And if I actually want to amass a significant amount of Caitlin cards, slabbed up and in my PC, I can't hang on to everything, right? Like I want to generate that revenue so that from some of these other cards so that I can basically have focus, right? And for me, Griffey and Caitlin are definitely two of the people that I collect the most, along with Steph Curry. So it's tempting to jump on things like Kate Martin and Cam Brink. You know, as a sports fan, I like following those folks a lot. Sarah Strong, the Angel Reese stuff, some of the football. I'm a huge baseball fan, Shohei. But at the end of the day, we can't have it all, right? So I'm going to try to have some restraint. We'll go back to this video, though, when this submission comes back in maybe a couple months, and we'll see how we did, and we'll think about that. How do you guys handle restraint and focus in the hobby? Drop me a comment below, and let's move on to the second of the third submissions over here now. Okay, gang, so this one's going in at a slightly higher price point. I was looking over here at my PSA sheets. I can't remember the name. That was Value Bulk, and this is, what does it say? I don't remember, but this is the one where it's like a upside of $1,500. It's like $40 a card instead of the normal bulk rate. And this, there are 3 cards going in. The Caitlin Clark Silvers. You can see here, this one looks pretty good, but it's a little fat on the bottom. And this one looks a little fat on the top to me. But I'm going to take my shot on this. If I hit a 10 on either of these, they're like $2,500. And I'm never going to pay that for them. So we're just going to give it our best shot. You know, I've had other cards come back. My last submission, I had a Blaziken alt art come back that I thought for sure was a 9 that got a 10. Similarly, I've got this WNBA logo prism. It recently sold for like $530. And you can see the left side is definitely fat in my opinion. But, and it's a little thin down here, but we're going to do our best and we'll see how it goes. And then finally, the third and final submission here is going to be this Georgia Amore. I think this might be her best card to date. This is her first Bowman, red shimmer, rookie auto, numbered out of 5 with the color match. The only card better from this line of Bowman, of course, would be the 1 of 1. But that's a PSA 8. It's on eBay. Somebody's asking a ton of money for it. But I just think having the color match to Virginia Tech. Of course, I'm a Kentucky fan. I would love it if she was in her Kentucky uniform. I was heartbroken to see that she tore her ACL after she got drafted by the Mystics. But really excited to finally get this slabbed up. I'm going to go ahead and have them do the auto grade as well. I don't know. What do you guys do with that? I know a lot of people don't grade the auto, but I guess I just decided I'd go ahead and have them do it so we know on this card where things land. So, yeah, those are going to be the 3 submissions for the month of June. All right, everybody, so that is the June 2025 PSA submission. I'm going to try to deliver these videos for you every month, as well as the submission returns, which theoretically, if I can stay consistent, should also be coming back about once a month once we get a few months down the road. So drop me a comment below and let me know what your favorite cards are in here. Which of these would you want to have in your PC, and which ones would you for sure let go? Really excited to see how this stuff does. Lots of WNBA today, but also some basketball, a little bit of football, a little bit of baseball. So we'll see how all this stuff goes. We're going to leave town here shortly. I'm actually headed up to Brick World Chicago. So if you guys are interested in Lego, you can see I've got some Lego here in my build studio. You can also follow me over on Bliss Brick Studios on YouTube and Instagram. Would love to have you over there, where I'm chronicling my Lego build and collecting journey on a different channel. But always appreciate you guys being here on Bliss Cards. Again, my name's Andy. If you're new here, would love it if you consider subscribing. Also, go check us out over on Whatnot. I've dropped a link down in the description that you can click to get $15 off your first purchase. You guys know the deal. We're over there selling. We're going to take a little break here for my vacation coming up. We got some vlogs coming to the channel very soon. But when we get back here, heading into July, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff leading up to the WNBA All-Star break. We've got basketball shows, Pokemon stuff, you name it. So would really appreciate if you guys would give us a follow. Find me over at Bliss Trading Cards on Instagram. And that's going to do it for today, gang. We will see you on the next video. Hope you have a great day. Peace.